Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I'm bringing out this video of me talking about a board game, unboxing, sorry, it's so weird. I'm still getting used to doing unboxings, but as you see by the title of this video and how uncensored this is, oh my gosh, man, this is difficult. This is going to be a video of me unboxing a board game. This is a new board game that I just got, Shackelton base, I think, I know. I just got this game today, and I think I paid around $70 something, don't quote me on that, for this game. Not that I need to tell you guys how much I spend on board games, but at any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the box. I have very little context to this game, outside of a lot of people were comparing this game to SETI. Sorry, not a lot of people, but a number of people were comparing this game to SETI. And the Search for Extraterrestrial Life, which I played SETI. I wasn't a huge fan of SETI. It moved a lot slower than I wanted to be moved. I did own it, and I only played it once before I gave it away. Not because I thought the game was awful or terrible. Like I said, it just didn't move at a speed that I wanted it to move. A lot of people with SETI specifically, and this is not a review of SETI, of course, a lot of people say that with SETI, specifically, it requires a few playthroughs to kind of see how your upgrades and how the things kind of evolve. But for me, I was like, I understand, it's just moving too slow for me. So that goes a long way to say that Shackelton base has been compared to SETI. I think it's mainly because you kind of have a similar dynamic of like a board where you interact with stuff, and then three different or some variants in what aliens in SETI or what corporations in this game you add. The difference between this and SETI, and I think this is kind of where the comparisons end really, is that in SETI you don't learn about the aliens until kind of towards the mid/end game, and in Shackelton base you know about the corporations from the beginning, and there's like special rules and stuff. So I was gonna get this opened up, and let's go ahead and see what's in the box, so we can actually learn more about the game. I'm kind of excited to play this game with my group, with my specific group. Oh, I forgot to start background music. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Don't worry. I got background music here. Yeah. Sorry. You won't escape it. You won't escape it, y'all. It's just mostly so I don't go insane while I'm doing my YouTube videos here. So I don't know how many times I'll try to justify that, but here I am justifying it again. But yeah, I'm excited to play with my group because I feel like my group likes the space theme. My game group that I play SETI with specifically, and I feel like this game might hit better with them. I know it from what I was hearing about it and what I saw of a playthrough, not knowing exactly what's going on. I liked what I saw a lot more. So, and there's also base building, which base building is kind of one of the things that I'm into as a board game. Like literally, if there was a board game that was just base building the board game, like the entire board game was just base building, I would be into it. So that's just me. So inside the box, we have, ooh, that's pretty. We have a nice little artistic rendition of some space colony on the moon. And I think, oh, actually, let me go back. Sorry. Reboxing the game because I want to read what this game's about. Because like I said, I have little context for this game, so my apologies for those who are just kind of trying to come here and see what this is about and move about your day. This video may last longer than 10 minutes, so heads up. Sorry, not sorry. Also, is that causing my problem? I think it is. It is. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna zoom in and we're gonna get this focused. And I think it's good enough. All right. So I was gonna read this. It says a permanent base is being built in the Shackelton crater on the south pole. I think it's Shackelton is how you pronounce that. Shackelton crater on the south pole of the moon. Shackelton base, A Journey to the Moon, is a worker placement game. I like worker placement. Played over 3 rounds, in which players lead one of the space agencies working together to expand their presence on the base. While the 3 major corporations are sponsoring the mission, each one pursuing a different agenda. Building structures on the base, fund projects from these corporations and interact with them to score more victory points than your opponents and to win the game. All right, cool. So it's worker placement, sandbox, and modular, like that. Oh, solo mode. I'm a huge fan of solo mode. I play a lot of solo games, or I play a lot of my games solo, I should say. So that is what we're looking at. So let me go ahead and zoom back out. And I will say that I am a relatively politically engaged person. So my apologies if the politics of what I talk about and things kind of turn people off for the game. But I will say that I one of the reasons why, because I saw this game on one of my friendly local game store shelves, and I ultimately bought it from that same place. But I saw it on one of their shelves, and I saw it on another place that was local to me. That usually it's on the bleeding edge when it comes to like Kickstarter games or games that are kind of trending. And I was like, this is another space game, colonization theme. So I was kind of not a huge fan of it initially. But like I said, it warmed up. I warmed up to it mainly because the concept of doing base building was what I was more interested in. And the concept of something like SETI, because I really wanted to like SETI. Again, I only played it once. I didn't really give it much of a chance to try to play it two or three times, as some people usually recommend with games like that. But I played it once. I was like, I know enough about myself and how I enjoy my games to know that SETI just wasn't for me. So I'm excited to hear that this game is like SETI, because I like the idea of what SETI was doing with the variable board game conditions. So it kind of changed how you play the game. But I was very, very disappointed with what SETI ended up being. So these are the dual layer boards, where essentially you have a board. I'm assuming this is for the automata or the solo bot. Looks like there's one on the back of every single one of these. They don't look different to me. Sorry, I'm holding this upside down. But you punch these out, and then I'm assuming they give you some stickers that you kind of put to keep things together, or maybe it just folds over. I don't know. Let's see. I don't see any sticky tabs in here. They could be still in there somewhere in the documentation. But yeah, it's going to pop these out. The cardboard cut, I mean, the die cut is, I think one of the things I mentioned before would be to see if, where did my remote go? Would be to see if you can just like do like a drop. And if the pieces come out, I mean, I guess if you tried hard enough, you could, but no, these are pretty solidly in there. That doesn't mean the die cut is not good. It just means that it's not like that, you know, pieces falling out as soon as you touch the board level. Which I've seen some die cuts like that. The most recent one I can think of is Stellar Horizons 2 had a really, really good die cut, like very oddly satisfying die cut. Not that that's like the most concern for people who might be watching this video. I'm just gonna pop this one out. I'm not gonna pop all of them out. And it looks like they're getting nice, clean. Oh, okay, spoke too soon. All right, we got a little bit of a hanger on there. I don't know why I keep zooming in, zooming out. Let me just stay zoomed in here. My apologies for those who are watching, but yeah, that's like a little bit there, so that's a little bit of concern. But usually with these, like you kind of pop out the pieces and you don't worry about it too much, but definitely be, oh no, I bent it, I was just about to say, definitely be careful when popping pieces out so you don't bend or rip. And here we are, we have a bend that happened on camera. Ugh, such an irresponsible gamer. Oh my God, that poor board. I feel so bad for it, oof. Oh, there's one more up here. So yeah, so that is a thing to be aware of. Again, I don't know if it's gonna have like stickers to like stick on the bottoms here, on the bottom board. I don't see like any indication of where you would put the stickers unless it gives you instructions, but we'll find out shortly. I mean, let me just keep unboxing this. So, just ruining the board game one player board at a time, aren't I? I also heard that this game is gonna have expansions. And expansions they're working on, which is nice. I don't know to what degree they're working on, because the video that I most referenced was a heavy cardboards video. Ooh, I do like this. I don't know what this is yet, but I like this as like a person who is not necessarily obsessed with, but one of the things that I like with board games is I like finding a storage solution. And these empty boxes are great. Hopefully they can fit sleeve cards, because I'm gonna sleeve my cards. And if they don't fit sleeve cards, then these will go directly, not as directly in the trash, but you know, over to the side. I try to hold on to my board game inserts for as long as I can, and I finally just like clear out my closet of all the cardboard and inserts and stuff. But this is nice though. This is nice as it is. It seems like they have it set up to where you have a tuck box. Oh, that's nice, yes. A tuck box to hold your pieces for the different corporations, I'm assuming is what these are, for the pieces that you need for each one. So this is nice. Having a good organization solution helps with the game's ability to hit the table. So the more organized it is, the easier it is to hit the table. That's why I guess I kind of obsess over it, because I like to play some games that are a little bit more complex piecewise. The easiest example I can kind of give you guys while I'm taking these out is Terraforming Mars, the original Terraforming Mars, not Ares Expedition. But in Terraforming Mars, if you have played that game a lot, if you haven't, then you may not fully understand what I'm about to say, but if you have played the game a lot, physically, specifically physically, not digitally, then you'll know that setting up that game is not necessarily hard, it's just a little tedious. But if you get the broken token insert, and you guys know the one I'm referring to, if you get the broken token insert, then like that game is just like, it goes from like a 15 to 20 minute setup to like a 5-minute setup, and it's so nice, it's so beautiful. So that goes along with to say that I'm a huge fan of having storage solutions because it helps me get the game on the table a lot faster. Okay, so we got some punch board here. Looks like these are the different corporations and some tokens. Again, I don't know what all this does yet, so I'm just gonna pop out one of these sheets, not all of them. See if I can do this without ruining my cardboard. Of course, we'll do the drop test. I mean, that big piece, oh, yep, nice, nice. I like seeing that. Yep, that's good. Oh, that piece just kind of popped out with me touching it. I mean, again, we've already seen the die cut, so it's not like it's gonna be that much more dramatically different. The pieces are coming out, so this would be like a nice little, watch a YouTube video. Maybe you're watching this video while you unbox your copy of the game. That'd be so meta. Let me know if you're doing that. Please let me know if you're doing that, because that would be kind of like the pinnacle for me personally. But yeah, so these pieces come out. This is nice. This is nice thick cardboard. I do appreciate this. I was actually the previous video that I did, which is D-Day at Omaha Beach. I'll bring that in for a second. Very different games, these two. Very, very, very different games, let me tell you. And of course I have a storage solution for this one too, but I was gonna compare the cardboard because I went on the forums for D-Day at Omaha Beach specifically, and there was a specific question that was asking about the thickness of the cardboard and if it's worth getting an upgrade. The story behind that one is that person they had, oh, I still have it on my screen over here, sorry. So shout out to Jason Sherlock on Board Game Geek. I'm answering your question partially here, but in D-Day at Omaha Beach, the first edition, apparently they had paper tokens that you kind of folded in half. So this is what the 5th edition. This is the 5th edition for D-Day at Omaha Beach. This one has this size cardboard, but this cardboard in Shackelton base is pretty thick. Like I will try to zoom in a little bit more so you can appreciate the thickness that is here. Actually, ooh, okay, yeah, there we go. All right, yep. Okay, all right. This is a little excessive, but we're trying to give the full experience here. Oh, okay. I can't focus that close. Hold on. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little bit. No, I can't get it. Okay, there we go. So this is some pretty thick cardboard, is what I'm ultimately trying to say. Compared to D-Day at Omaha Beach, you can see that the tokens are there. And of course, a lot of you may not have D-Day at Omaha Beach as comparison, but I'm just trying to show that this is some pretty thick cardboard. So yeah, pretty good sized cardboard. I appreciate it. I dig it, of course. Let me put this game away. And we'll continue our Shackelton base unboxing. I do think having thicker cardboard is usually a good thing. I say usually because there's been a few times to where having cardboard too thick, it made the storage solution a little bit more difficult. I can't name any situations off the top of my head, but you just have to trust me that it could be an issue. There's a such thing as cardboard that is too thick. So yeah, so these are all popping out pretty easily. I mean, for the most part, they're popping out. Like if you look on this side, you can see that they're kind of hanging over there on that side. So just be careful. Just be careful to, you know, not ruin your pieces here. I'm going to finish popping this off screen because I want to be a little bit more careful than what I'm being now. But yeah, so nice. Got a bunch of tokens. I don't know what these are, but it looks like green stuff. I'm assuming this is money. I might replace that with metal money depending on what denominations they have. I have some metal coins floating around, but I don't know if I have 3s. But if I don't have 3s, and I think I can use scythe coins, or is scythe coins 1s, 3s, 5s? I don't remember. I'll look it up later. So yeah, so that's the cardboard. It pops out pretty well for the big stuff. Here's some more. That's some additional cardboard. More cardboard. I kind of want to take a look at the player pieces. Oh, there's some hexes. Nice. And a bunch of these. I wonder what those are. Oh, okay. it looks like I found out. These are research tiles. I wonder if there will be a certain number of those each game. Again, I have no context for how the game plays, so if you know how to play gameplays and you're yelling at your screen because I keep saying things that are silly, I apologize. Ooh, I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so this die cut here is a little bit tricky because it has like that little thin piece in there. So I feel like when you pop this out, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Let me see, is that true? It's a little bit of a challenge. It's a little bit of a challenge. That little piece kind of flares out there. Thankfully, that's not a part of the final token, so that's kind of okay. But I still fear for like the corners of this piece here. At any rate, let's go ahead and continue. So let me just look at the rest of these sheets. I think these will determine how many people you'll get each round or something like that. I remember seeing that in the instructions on how to start the playthrough. I don't know what these are, but those are cool. That's what cardboard pieces. These I think cover these are the buildings that you build, I should say, and they'll be built on the board as you go along. I wonder what these little window things are. Huh, I guess we'll figure out as we go along. Oh, actually, let me get the player board that I punched out here. There we go. Yeah, so these will fit inside of here. And these will fit up here. This will fit there. And then the circles will fit in circle. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I wonder where it goes in the little star. Oh, okay, well, I guess I answered my own question. So I wonder where it goes in the little star thing, but it looks like each player gets their own color of these tokens. And I do appreciate the color choice. I'm a little sad there's no orange player. I usually choose orange or blue or even yellow. But I see no orange, blue, or yellow in this game, and I'm a little upset. Just very minorly, but I like that they're not choosing like a standard red, blue. Oh, well, I guess I can't because all these are red, yellow, and blue. I'm assuming these are different researchers that will go and do things, or astronauts. I mean, they had different symbols on their chest. I'll pull these out here shortly. But yeah, I appreciate the color palette being different. I guess in this case, I'll probably choose either purple or pink for myself, but my personal player choices aside. Oh man, oh gosh. Oh, okay, I was about to say, that's a thick rule book. I picked up all these sheets together, and I thought it was like just one giant rule book. I was like, whoa. This does feel like a nice quality rule book. It doesn't have the fabric paper, so I'm a little bit sad. You know, Stonemaier Games, I think they typically do fabric paper. This is not Stonemaier Games, this is Pandasaurus. But yeah, the rule book feels nice and substantial. Seems to be, was this 17 pages? 16 pages here. And there are sheets. Oh, these are for the factions. Okay, oh, these are for the corporations. So each corporation has their own thing. I'll show these here on the screen up close so we can kind of get an appreciation for them. If I can hit the right button, there we go. Oh, there's glare. So yeah, so Artemis Tours, front, there's back. I'm not gonna show every front and back, but I'm just trying to show the graphics. I feel like, I don't know if it's appreciated much. I am in no means a person who is a graphic designer. I have no understanding, or no true understanding, at least from like a scholarly level or even sometimes practical level, what proper graphic design looks like. But I do know for myself what will help me focus on things is definitely boxes like this, or big titles that kind of draw the eye to it so I can kind of read. Bullet points, huge fan of bullet points. Paragraphs are nice and all. Like this paragraph, for an example, is cool and all, but I'm gonna check out these bullet points so I can see, okay, thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4, or even numbers. Numbers work too. So those are always fine. So I'm a huge fan of that. Oh, can I fit? Yep, there you go. Sorry, cameras doing the thing. All right, there we go. So yeah, nice to have diagrams. Nice to show the setup. Nice pictures here. I don't know what this is all about on the back. Seems cool. Selenium research. I think this is one of the things that I saw. They had the research tokens. Oh, I thought it was just part of the base game, but it looks like it might be specific to these guys. Cool. Evergreen Farms. Again, nice little artwork up here. Some information about what they do. And then on the back of each one, it looks like it says goals. So I think these goals are maybe scoring conditions. It's my assumption. And then projects, I think these are maybe just special cards that show up. Because of them. So that's nice. Oh, here's the little rover. Nice. Space robotics. Moon mining. And then we're back where we started with Artemis Tours and Skywatch, because I didn't read them out. And those are our factions. Oh, nope, there's another one. There's one here's to Mars. So it said there were 7 factions, or 7 corporations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7. To Mars being the last one. The rulebook, like I said, feels nice, and those feel good. And here's the board. And I'll take a look at these tokens, these wooden tokens, and I'll kind of open up the cards and take a look at those, and then we'll close out. This is the board. I'm assuming I have it upside down. Zoom out so we can all see. Okay, put that over there. Please don't fall. Okay. All right. There's our board. I mean, it's just a board. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not a fan of that. It's just a thing that happens. I was about to say, sometimes you have boards that, like, you know, the paper ends up peeling here. It's just a thing that happens. Like, I'm not gonna critique every little tiny thing about this game. But yeah, looks like we got some stuff all over the board. I don't know what I'm looking at. I do know that there was something about when you are playing an action, you can put your person here and they'll like activate every building across here, and you pay resources to the people whose building you activate. I remember seeing that much. I still don't know enough about the game. Oh, this looks like where those little tokens go that I was asking about earlier. Looks like they go out here. So these little bits, looks like they kind of chill out here. I don't know for what reasons, but that's what the graphic design is guiding me in that direction. There's some stuff that goes here and things here, and yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know enough about the game to be able to do like a teach or anything, or even begin to comment on what we're looking at. We're gonna look at these wooden tokens, and then we'll look at the cards, and then we'll close out this video here. So let me go ahead and zoom back in so we can look at our tokens. And these wooden tokens are just wooden tokens. I wonder if they are, let's say screen printed. I guess that's the only way to really do it, but I have had some wooden tokens. I'm trying to think of what game it was, but the finish or the design could scratch off, which was a little sad. I don't think these are gonna have a problem with that. They seem to have like a finish on them, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, we got the blue one, and we got a lot of them too. The yellow one and the red one. And they do give you a box. Do they expect me to put all 75? Nope. I mean, okay, all right. Let me just. They got a box for, so let me just. Oh god, this hurts my soul. It hurts my soul because I wanna. Part of me wants to make it to where you can just keep everything separate and have the colors sorted and, like, you know, be able to pull the one you need. But I'm just saying, on this box, it is labeled with all 3 colors. My only assumption is that they want you to put all 3 colors inside of it, so therefore I will do that. That's not, I mean, it's fitting in there. I was gonna say, it's not fully setting right. It looks like it's a little bit of a struggle to get them in there. It's bulging a little bit, but okay. All right, your paper craft seems effective. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I stick with it. I'm a little sad about the quality of this. I think Civolution's another game that had built-in inserts and stuff like that, and I'm a little it's a little difficult for me to be a huge fan of like storage solutions that are not specific to a thing. So for instance, these ones are specific to the factions, and I appreciate you got the graphic design, you got the box that can fit everything, and by the looks of it, you're putting, I'm assuming, 9 cards inside of here and a bunch of tokens. You got plenty of space in there for sleeve cards. You could even use those plastic, like those plastic baseball trading card sleeves if you really wanted to. Just go crazy on that. I would not recommend that. That seems excessive. But as a result of you having the storage boxes for this, they also made storage boxes for everything else, which again, it's kind of, I don't know if I'm going to use these, is what I'm saying. The biggest benefit is that it fits back in the box. The biggest drawback to me is that I don't know, it's bulging a little bit. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I have containers that can handle stuff like this, which I can bring on. This, oh no, sorry, cardboard just popping out of its frame right there. I have little containers that can handle storing stuff. I have a few options here. Where's the? I don't know where the phone is, but sure, we'll just stick with these ones here. This one's from a Unique Tray. I don't know who they are. I just randomly got this from Amazon because it was on the list. And these two are from Cube for Me. Cube for Me makes a whole bunch of these. This video is not sponsored. I'm just mentioning that so people don't try to accuse me of being like a shill or something. But they have different sizes and different type of containers, token containers. They even have ones like this, which is mostly targeted towards people who play like war games or games with a bunch of chits and small pieces. Things like Fire in the Lake, things like Mr. President, things like Labyrinth. Those are some games that I have on my shelf that use those from Cube for Me almost exclusively. But I'm basically bringing that up because I'm saying that I think I will probably use these instead of this, and then I'll try to Tetris everything back into the box. More specifically, I'm going to use these instead of this for these tokens and probably the bits and pieces in here, because the thought of putting everything in one giant box does not set well with me. It just makes my skin crawl a little bit. I could even, if I really wanted to go hog wild, and this is not a video about storage, it's not sponsored by GameGenic or anybody else, I'm bringing it up here, but I can even use one of these token silos. I did a review on this a long while ago, to store stuff. I don't know, we'll see what I do, we'll see what I come up with. Whatever I can do to reduce box lift is my main goal, but I just wanted to point that out, that these tokens seem nice and the storage solution is nice. Civolution, I stuck with it because it was good enough. It fits sleeve cards, so I just went with it. This one I don't like that. Now granted, if it's supposed to be a blind draw for your different little people tokens, then okay, this would be perfectly fine. I'll just stick with this. But if it's not a blind draw, as in you know which ones you're gonna get, then yeah, this is not gonna work. Actually, let me take it back. I know it's not a blind draw because, like I said, in the little bit of a video that I watched, I did pick up that you'll be drawing these tiles, and these will tell you what color people to get, and oh, it'll tell you what resource. Okay, yeah, all right. So I'm replacing these. I'm going to try my hardest to replace these. Is what I'm saying. All right. Sorry, going back to the unboxing, because we're here for an unboxing, not for me ranting about storage solutions. So, cards. We looked at the tokens, the wooden tokens. Those were pretty nice. Oh, we didn't look at all of them. Here's some more. They have a little astronaut on them. These are the player pieces. They seem nice and sturdy. All right, cool. Established. Well done. All right, so opening this up, we have our cards. Oh man, no, I don't have a fancy way to open these up like I do a board game box. So my apologies, y'all, for the struggle here. And I can actually use my other camera, which I have set up, my overlay camera, to kind of show more stuff. Oh, there's a mess over there. All right, let me turn that on. All right, sorry, you're gonna see like some weird artifacts on the screen. It's because I gotta adjust this more. But here's some cards. There you go. Oh no, you can't read that. Oh no. Don't worry, we'll fix it. Come on, focus. There we go. All right, I gotta adjust my green screen a little bit so I can get this to not be as glitchy looking. But charter flights, there we go. This will be much more useful when we're actually doing full board game playthroughs. We need to just briefly see some cards, but for right now, we're just gonna stick with this because this is good enough. All right, there we go. So charter flights, you can see that card there. And this one's for the Artemis Tours people. Looks like it's labeled on both the bottom. Why is it on the bottom? Okay, I guess I shouldn't ask questions to when I don't know things. I guess maybe this card goes on top, this card goes on the bottom, sure. And there's different cards. Here's Mars to Mars. these guys, those guys. Oh, okay, so these are the faction cards. And then these might be, oh, okay, I was about to say, these might be very specific cards still. I guess I should look at the back of these, kind of put the cards where they need to go. So that'll be like a good way to kind of be efficient here as I get ready to wrap up this video. So these are the 9 factions, or 7, sorry, math is hard. 7? I'm counting 8. What's going on? Oh, I see, these 2 are for the same one. Okay, 7. These are the 7 factions. Let's straighten this up. I don't have OCD, but I know some people watching might have some form of frustration with that. Not necessarily OCD, but frustration with things not sitting up right. There we go. Yeah, perfect. That's the kind of quality content you guys came here for, right? Yeah. Okay. So we got some cards and stuff going on. I don't know what this is all about. This seems like it might be just generic player gets cards things. This one is labeled for these guys. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'll put them in there. Sure. I'm gonna open these boxes back up to sleeve everything, so part of me doesn't know why I'm doing this. I guess I'm doing it for the views. Anything for the viewers, right? Nobody asked me to do this, but here I am. Let's see, so Skywatch. Yeah, I was gonna put the top of the cards on. This is too much work. There's those cards, these cards, and the moon, the green evergreen farm to mean, and the Artemis Tours. And we got, oh, I put them in the box. That one, Skywatch, Selenium Research, Moon, Evergreen, and Artemis. All right, cool. So it looks like all the cards belong to factions except for these. What are these cards? Oh, these are the automata. Okay. So this is the bot that you play against. So all the cards belong to all the factions. Okay. I'm down with that. That means that I'm not gonna have to worry too much about reboxing the game after I sleeve everything. Because like I said before, there's plenty of space inside of these containers, and it seems like there's gonna be more than enough space in the box for just using a custom storage solution if I want to. So let me go ahead and just wrapping up this video, just kind of fit everything back in the box, and then see what kind of space I'll have to work with when it comes to replacing these monstrosities over here. Let me zoom out. Okay, I don't remember how it was stored in there, so I'm just gonna throw stuff in there. This is the bottom, this is the bottom. I guess one of the things I'm going to lose is kind of the nice fit that everything had in there. Also, I don't remember how these were fit in there. Well, looks like current me is going to just make it up as I go. Oh, okay, so those fit that way. So it's a square. So let me just rotate these on this way. There you go, ASMR box stacking. And then these fit in right there. Ooh, I don't like, that's a tight fit. Oh, okay, there we go, that's better. These fit in like that. And then all this cardboard just plooped on top along with the rule sheet. I don't know what it's gonna look like once everything's popped out. There we go. Sure. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, okay, that's fine. So I'm just bending cardboard over here. So these all fit in there. So once these are all popped out, it's going to be less of a hassle to get things back in the box. And I should have a good little bit of space left. So let me remove my nightmare here. Jeez, making a mess. All right, so I have this much space to work with. This could fit just a normal token silo. Okay, cool. Can it fit one of these? Because it'll be kind of neat to. Okay, all right. I mean, I don't think this is gonna work for me, because of what I need to store in it. Because I need to. Oh, actually, this fits here. No, I don't have enough tokens. Okay. I'll see after I pop out all the tokens how much extra stuff I need to store, because these particular ones are really nice for having to see the thing that you need to pull. So when you're playing like war games and stuff, you have small little tokens and stuff in there. You need to read what they are. You need to see what they are on front and back and stuff like that. This is nice. This seems like overkill for this kind of game though, because the tokens are very distinct and specific, and it seems like a lot of them you just want to put in a pile. So because of that, I don't know how useful it's going to be to have this particular thing from Cube for me inside of there. And this might be a little bit better because it's just kind of the stuff I need there. And this might be better for these because I can get the different color ones. I do have, where is it? Oh, this is it. Oh, okay, well, never mind. I was going to say, I do have a lot of different little modules and things I can kind of put in there and fit all the stuff in, but we'll see how it fits in the box later. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. And yeah, that's been just me doing an unboxing and kind of rambling about regarding Shackelton base. I'm excited to try and play the game, learn the game and bring it to my group and then try to play it with them. We'll see how it pans out. Hopefully it'll be fun and enjoyable experience. Fingers crossed that I like this more than I like SETI. I feel like I'm already on the side of probably liking this a lot more than SETI from what I've already seen. But of course, you don't really know until you try with some of the board games out there. So we'll see. Actually, let me take it back. I know sometimes before I try. Like for instance, I don't know if you guys saw my video that I did with Bear from Friendly Neighborhood Gamer, but we played Arcs and I complained the whole time because I just knew that Arcs wasn't gonna be my thing. I like Cole Worley's designs, but Arcs specifically was just the trick-taking mechanic controlling the action was not my cup of tea. Anyway, this is not about Arcs. This is about the Shackelton base. I was about to say Shackelton project. Shackelton base. This has been an unboxing of this one. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this game all organized and everything. Hopefully this video is useful for those who might be considering trying to get the game. I am excited to learn how to play this and bring it to my group. And I'm also looking forward to playing solo so I can see how it plays solo, because that's going to be probably the way I play this the most is what I was going to say. So yeah, so thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.